In this video, I will teach you some rules about when we should use there and when we need to leave it out. And here some of the mistakes even from my most advanced English learning. At the end of this video, I will give you a quiz to review what you just learned. Let's compare these two sentences with the school. I go to school every day. The school is on the corner. Why do we say that in the second sentence, but we don't say that in the first sentence? Here is the rule. We don't use the when we describe everyday places and activities like school, work, class, bed, or church. Let's look at a small example when we do use the because it's an activity. We can say she's in class right now. He goes to church every Sunday. That's an activity. I'm going to bed now. He is at work. He was sent to jail. So in these cases, we will not use the, we will not say to the jail or to the home or to the class. But we use the one is a place or is a physical location. For example, the school is on the corner. Is the actual physical building. The class was noisy today. I will meet you at the church on the main street. Is the actual physical building. The bed is so comfortable. The jail is overcrowded. Is an actual physical place. Let's compare these sentences. I'm in class now. That's an activity. The class was on a trip. In this case, the class means a group of students. Or we can say they go to church on Sundays. This is the religious activities. But if it is physical building, we would say the church. The church is near my house. And let's look at the words bed. I want to bed. I want to bed at 10 p.m. That an action is something I did. It's an activity. The bed is soft. That case, this is a physical object. She's at work. That's a routine. Is something you do regularly. It's an activity. The work is difficult. In this case, is a specific text. And let's look at the jail or prison. We can say he is in jail or he is in prison. But we would say the jail is full. The prison is secure. In this case, we are talking about the buildings. But this one is a little bit different. Let's look at the word hospital. Do we need to with the hospital? What do you think? Do we say he is in a hospital or do we say he is in the hospital? It depends. In American English, we say it in the hospital. He is in the hospital, and that means he is in the patient in the hospital. However, in British English, is he is in hospital. When we mean he is a patient, he is hospitalized. So in American English, he is in the hospital. In British English, he is in hospital. Let's listen to some native speakers of the American English and British English using hospital. Also, listen to how they pronounce the words American English. The O of hospital is pronounced more like a sound. So we don't say hospital, we say a hospital. Other words spelled with an O that have the same R sound include job, office, heart, stop, makes McDonald's a lot. So that O is very frequently pronounced as an R sound in American English. Let's look at another rule related to when we use the when we omit it. Let's talk about musical instruments. We use the when we are talking about playing an instrument, and playing is the keyword. But when we are not playing it, when we are talking about the physical instruments, we use a or an. Let's compare these two sentences. I play the piano. I bought a piano. Let's look at these examples. He is playing the drums. She is learning the violin, meaning she is learning to play the violin. He needs a trumpet for a class. So I'm playing the piano. I bought a piano. Let's look at some more rules. Let's look at these two sentences. I went to Lake Tahoe. Note that I saw the Nile River. We use the article there here. So here is the rule. We don't use the with lakes, Lake Michigan, but we do use the with rivers, the Nile rivers, the Amazon River. Gets very specific, I think. These rules can be really detailed. We also don't use the for mountains if it is an individual mountain, for example, Mount Everest or Mount Fuji. It's just one. We don't use that for countries. We would say I went to Japan. But why do we say I went to the United Kingdom? The United Kingdom is a country, so why is the rule? Here is the rule. We don't use that for the countries unless the countries includes a political title, a group name, or a plural. For example, the United States is a group and is plural. The United Kingdom, the Dominican Republic, the Netherlands. There is an S, there is a plural. The Philippines is a plural. Let's compare. They visited France last summer. Know that they visited the United Kingdom last summer. I would love to go to Korea. I would love to go to the Philippines. I know this is a lot of information, but I just have a few more rules for you, and then you will take a review quiz where you will get a chance to practice. Let's talk about universities. Let's look at these sentences. She goes to Harvard University. No there. So for the universities, no there. He got accepted to Stanford, but she studied at the University of California. Why do we use this word? Here's the rule. Don't use them with schools and universities. However, if the word of is the name of the school, then we would use the. So we say he goes to Stanford University, but he goes to the University of California or the Universities of Michigan. Let's look at time expression. Sometimes we say next, sometimes we say the next, sometimes we say last, and sometimes we say the last. Let's learn the rule. Don't use the with, next, and last when we referring to a time pronoun. For example, I'm going to Italy next week. It would be incorrect to say I'm going to Italy that next week. We had dinner last night. I will call you next Monday. However, we do use the with the next and last when we refer to another time from the past, or when we're telling a story. For example, we say he arrived the next day and was telling someone a story about what happened maybe a few months ago. And then I said, this happened, and then the next day that happened, which is similar to ordinary numbers. For example, the first, the second, the last. So remember for ordinary numbers, the first, the second, the third, the fourth, and the 20th, the 100th. We need the This is the first time I'm doing that. He lives on the fourth floor. Let's compare these two sentences. I finished chapter 2. I finished the second chapter. I'm on the third page. I'm on page 3. So for the coordinate numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, we don't use there. For ordinate numbers, first, second, third, fourth, we use there. Okay, let's learn one more rule. Let's talk about dates. When do we use the when we are talking about dates, and when do we omit it? Use the when the date comes before the month. The 5th of the July, the 1st of the January, the 25th of December. But we don't use the when the month comes first. So we say July 1st, December 25th, February 2nd. Let's look at these two sentences. Her birthday is on May 7th. Her birthday is on the 7th of May. American English Independence Day is in July 4th. And how do we say it with the American Independence Day is on the 4th of July? There are other rules with the not using the, but we will stop here. Let's review them. How do you feel? Are you a little bit overwhelmed? It can be overwhelming. Let's take a review quiz. I will show you two sentences and you decide whether we need or we don't. And then if you made a lot of mistakes, I will recommend that you watch this video again and practice some more. Let's look at the first example. Do we need that or there no there? Which sentence is correct, A or B? A. I go to the school every day. B. I go to school every day. Which one is this? The correct answer is B. I go to school every day. It's an adjective. Let's look at the next one. Which one is correct? The class ends at noon. Or B. Class ends at noon. Which one is it? The correct answer is B. Class ends at noon. Once again, it's an adjective. How about this one, A or B? He is going to the bed now. Or B. He is going to bed now. Once again, the correct answer is B. He is going to bed is an adjective. Let's look at the next one. A. I'm learning to play the piano. B. I'm learning to play piano. Which one is it? The correct answer is A. I'm learning to play the piano. Remember, with play and musical instruments we need there. Play the piano, play the drums, and so on. How about this one? A. I left work early today. B. I left the work early today. Which one is it? The correct answer is A. I left work early today. How about this one? A. He is in prison. B. He is in the prison. Which one is correct? The correct answer is A. He is in prison. However, we can also possibly say he is in the prison if we say something like this. He is in the prison which is located outside of the town. In that case, if you want to specify which prison it is, and we are talking about the physical breathing, it's possible to say he is in the prison, meaning in that specific prison. But if you just want to say he is in prison, you will say he is in prison. Let's look at the next one. Which one is the American English? She is in hospital, or B. She is in the hospital. In American English, we use the with hospital. She's in the hospital. In British English, They say she's in hospital. How about this one? A. I visited the Lake Tahoe. B. I visited Lake Tahoe. The correct answer is B. I visited Lake Tahoe. No there for lakes. How about this one? A. She goes to Harvard University. B. She goes to the Harvard University. Which one is correct? A. She goes to Harvard University. For universities, we don't use there. And what is this exception? When do we use there for university? Do you remember? We use the when the university has the word of in the name. The word the University of Pennsylvania, the University of California, and so on. Let's look at the next one. A. I've always wanted to climb the Mount Everest. B. I've always wanted to climb Mount Everest. Which one is correct? The correct answer is B. No there. No there when there was only one mountain. How about this one? A. The Amazon River is in South America. B. Amazon River is in South America. What is the correct answer? The correct answer is A. The Amazon River is in South America. For rivers, we need there. And here's the final question. A. Her birthday is on May 6th. Her birthday is on the May 6th. Yes, the correct answer is May 6th. No there. But if you are going to put the day first and then the month, there we will say the 6th of May. How did you do on the quiz? How many mistakes did you make? If you only made one or two mistakes, good job. If you made more than that, I recommend that you watch this video again and practice again and maybe write these rules down.